Space Hopper needs no introductions. One of the most popular P1 original brews. Still one of the most popular brews out there, I believe. Citrus and hoppy, 7%. It's a double hopped IPA. This is my only complete failed brew. So I did this on my P2, and then they announced the pressure issues, and I followed their advice and I turned the pressure off. Anyway, it went sour. I tasted it. It was, you couldn't drink it. I had to put it all away. But I did contact Pinter, and they did send me a replacement. Now, it's been in the fridge for quite a while now. So yeah, really looking forward to getting this one on the brew. As always, make sure your Pinter's nice and clean. Obviously, we will be sanitizing it, but yeah, make sure it's all nice and clean. Food grade lube, links are in the descriptions below. Really good around all of the joints. Just means everything kind of goes together a little bit more tight and snugly. We've got our mineral water, we've got my mixing bottle, we've got some Four Seasons. This is the dock juice that I undocked earlier. Cheers. So yeah, let's get over to the brewing station and get cracking. If I don't mention it later, I'm going to be doing this on my 2-week cycle. So it's going to be 6 days brewing, 1 day cold crash, 7 days conditioning, and fingers crossed, the holy grail of Space Hopper, the one that everyone loves. Fingers crossed it comes out okay. All right, let's go over to the brewing station. Cheers. If you like the content here at Action Frank, please do smash that like button because it really means a lot. So, sanitizer. We're going to start with sanitizing the mixing jug or bottle. So I filled up with hot water. I'm going to pour in the granules and I'm going to give it a good shake. So I've given a sanitizing solution a good shake. Top tip, if you do this, then you don't see any of the white bits at the bottom, you're good to go. If you want to know where you can get this jug, it's quite expensive, but it's handy because it's a lot easier than shaking this about. Links are in the description below. So I'm going to pour this into the pinter, make sure the dial's set to 5, otherwise it will start coming out the bottom. And then I'm going to fill to the fill line with hot water, and I'm going to give it a good shake. Alright, now to clear the lines. So if I can put this in, at 45 degrees, and I'll let that run for a bit. I don't think Pinter actually suggests you do this, but I don't know why you wouldn't, right? You want to sanitize everything, including the line where the beer comes out, right? So yeah, I'm not sure why they don't recommend doing this. Anyway, I'll let that run for a bit. I reckon it should be alright. Let's turn up the pressure. Yeah, that's running a bit more freely now. And then we go with full. Alright, now to sanitize the valve and the hopper oil. I'm just going to put my finger in there just to release a bit of pressure. Again, make sure you put some food lube around there, it helps. So, pressure set to 5, turn, push, turn back in, nice lock. And then I'm going to just leave her there whilst I get the brew on. So I put about 3 litres of water into my mixing jug. Now I'm going to pour in the press, Space Hopper. Always give the press a good smell because it smells amazing. Quite warm today, so it's been sitting on the windowsill for a while, and you can see that even though it's quite a thick liquid and Space Hopper is notoriously thick, it is actually pouring out quite nicely. I'm just going to put a bit of boiling water in here just to get rid of, just to capture all of the good stuff, and then give it a bit of a shake. Before we can put the brew in the pinter, obviously we need to get rid of the sanitising solution. So, I'm going to undock her. I'm going to pull this out, empty her, and then yellow will be ready to get brew on. And this has been shooken for a good few minutes. Space Hopper is really thick, so you need to really make sure you give it a good shake. So in she goes. That's tight. I'm going to pour in the brew, and I'm going to filter the fill line with cold water. Water to the black fill line, and I filled this up to about there, with water again. Put that in, so we should be the correct volumes. All that's left is to put in the yeast. Can you see that? The yeast, yeah. And then I'm going to put the cap on and give her a good shake. I'm knackered. Shaking the pint is a lot more effort than shaking the mixing jar. Alright, so we're good. Last thing, put on the dock. So align, turn, push down, turn back, and then flip her over. Nice. Okay, so Space Hopper's in. I'm going to turn the dial to off. I always do that, I don't know why. And then I'm going to spin it to 4, because I believe that's what the new carb settings recommend. So yeah, just over 4. I'll check in a few days. Yellow's going to go into the brewing cupboard for 6 days. If you want to see what's next on Action Frank, I'll put it up there, and then the playlist I'll put it up there. Cheers!